Hey guys, it's nice to be seeing me again. So today I really didn't know what to build, so I wanted to go with something we really haven't done on camera, and one of those is a restaurant. I really haven't built one for you guys, nor have posted it to my gallery so you guys can have it. At least there's that one time I tried to build one, but the issue was that, well, there was a lot of glitches going on at the time, but now I'm gonna try again. Let's get straight into it. So we're here in San Sequoia. I really don't know exactly what I want to do for this, because look, this is a very, like, elongated lot, so it's gonna be hard to figure out how exactly I want to go about this. But I think, like, the hard part is, like, there's a lot of space on this lot. So what I think I might want to do is I might want to make, like, a little path that just comes across here and maybe put something. We'll figure it out. Nobody said this would be easy. A lot of businesses where I come from don't have any particular, like, esque design. They're not really, oh my gosh, it looks like it's about to storm outside. There is thunderstorms in the forecast today. I might have to turn on a light in here. In fact, let me do that right now. Don't worry, everything's plugged into power surge protectors, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, I know it's looking odd, but I swear to you, I will make this look cool. Like, I can do it. It's just gonna maybe a little difficult, but we'll figure it out. All right, I'm thinking what we should do is the kitchen should be like there should be like a little outlet right here where they get the food. Then, like, over here, we do the bathrooms. There. Like a nice, decent kind of shape. Very basic. We can do some platforms in here. I feel like that'd probably be a smart idea, just to add some, like, extra detail to the restaurant. I try to get at least 2 chef stations, because let's face it, restaurants get way too busy in The Sims, and they don't take care of them very well. Yeah, I'll also get a back door, just simply for the chefs. I feel like what would look better is if we don't... Here's what we should do. Let's put the shorter windows where the booths might go, because that way they're not blocking the windows. And over here, we can put some more longer windows. All right, where's the bathroom door? You know what's really hard? There's the one bathroom door that I always use, these ones. I'll recolor them eventually. But the hard part is, like, they're so hidden now. Like, they don't match the... Like, so they released a bathroom door. Like, one similar to the unisex one, except that it had a toilet on it. And they released plain versions of the door. And the problem is, those swatches in the catalog don't match the swatches of the original, so they're really hard to find. So for the inside, I was thinking we do some just nice, basic hardwood. The whole point of this is it's just supposed to be a nice family restaurant. Like, that's the whole point. I'm going to shrink down the building just a little bit, because it is very large, and that seems to be causing part of the issue. Like, again, lots are just so big, and you try to maximize the space, but when you try to do that, sometimes things get too big. And it still takes up a pretty good, decent chunk of the lot. I will move it around, though, just to make sure it's, like, in a good place. See what I meant by putting those small windows in? Now, the number one thing I do need to figure out is that these booths, the table faces outward. Good to know. That's something that I run into a lot of problems with. Now, that's a nice color. It has to be like it has to complement 2 things. It has to complement the booth, but it also has to complement the table. That's gonna be tricky. See? Simple. There, I think that green brings out the plant a little bit, which helps kind of contrast the colors. Simply just add a small menu. And this little salt and pepper shaker. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do for kind of that small area. Now here comes the kitchen area. So first off, we're going to need like a little door for people to get to the back kitchen. Oh, I forgot. I could put this door to the outside. Ooh, I just had a good idea. Like, it came with businesses and hobbies. I don't know where it would be, though. Here it is. I thought, like, I just thought of this thing. I'm like, this definitely fits the vibe of this restaurant / cafe. Another thing that doesn't make much sense to me is, like, why can't your Sims, like, why can't they sit at the counter at a restaurant? Like, that seems like a very simple thing that you would have in a restaurant that allows your Sim to have a nice dining experience. The one time you're... Take note, everybody, this is the one time you're going to find me using this thing. Never will I ever use a thing from the Star Wars pack willingly that doesn't look good. The hard part I do know, though, for a fact, is going to be figuring out the exterior. Like, I still don't know exactly what I'm going to do for that. I like that menu board. It actually kind of... I don't know, the colors just kind of look good together right there. Alright, there we go. That looks nice. Little dining spot. And then we got the kitchen and all that. So let me go ahead and figure out this kitchen while we're here. That way we know exactly how we want to go about this. Lots of tile. Lots of tile. That's where we're going to start. We can throw the waiter station in there too. That way, you know, it's out of the way, not impacting the kitchen at all. Like, it helps us out a lot, you know? Okay, there we go. We'll need some appliances out here. Just help make sure the restaurant stays clean. Throw some peppers up on the shelf here. Gotta make sure we know that this place is filled with like stuff people need for being chefs. I always stick one of these in here because it makes sense, like your shelf of ingredients. We're gonna need like a notice board that only makes sense in a kitchen. I wish, one thing I feel like that should have came with Get to Work or came with Dine Out is there should have been a punch-in clock. And it should have been actually functional. Imagine how cool that would be. Like, your sim has to punch in before work. And there we go. Kitchen looks pretty good. No complaints there. And I'm happy I got my 2 chef stations in there because, again, like I said before, a problem I run into is Sims food not getting served fast enough. So adding more than one chef station really helps with that. The big issue I have is I kind of wish something that doesn't make any sense. There's so many items in the Sims 4 that aren't in the Sims 4 that I'm seriously like, how come we don't have these yet? And a couple of those are like, why don't we have urinals yet? Why don't we have a base game bathroom stall? Like, seriously? Just, that's my opinion. It just doesn't make any sense to me. To be honest, knowing the restaurant, they probably try to spruce up the bathrooms a little bit so you don't feel like you're in such a small enclosed space. Another thing, why don't we have garbage disposals? Like, you know those trash compactors that your Sims used to have in like previous games? How come we still don't have those? Those will come in so handy. Okay, now comes in getting the host station and filling up the rest of the seating areas. Something I have learned from the Sims game is that it's best if you have quite a few two-seaters because let's face it, customers apparently gravitate towards the two-seaters way too often and don't leave any room for the people who actually are like on a date. Thank goodness we have that tool that allows us to make objects bigger and smaller. It makes it so much easier to get these things figured out. Something cool I always do that I really like for the host station is a lot of people will like do this. They'll like, well, at least I do this. They'll take like a little thing, like do it like this, like a little kind of divider. And it'll obviously decorate it with something so it looks a little more blends a little more in with the area around it. But the reason why I'm doing this is because it actually creates a nice little spot for the host station. And it looks like it blends in a little better. So it's not, so like if you want like a counter-esque area for the hostess station, but you don't want it to be kind of like out in the middle of the restaurant, this is a way to do it. What are these anyway? Are these business cards? Yep, business cards. Want to make sure because that's what I felt like that thing was. Yeah, it looks pretty good. The only thing I really need to hang up is just some empty walls don't have anything on them, so I just need to hang up like a picture or two. Give it a little floral. But yeah, that's the inside of the restaurant done. Now let's head out to the balcony and figure out how to design this. I do have an idea for the colors though, so let me quickly get the colors on the restaurant that I was considering. I wanted to add a little skylight into the restaurant because I felt like that the roof was kind of bare. And I felt like this would complement. It would get some more decoration on the rooftop to make it look less like weird. I'm trying to just figure out how we can decorate this exterior a little bit. We'll just raise this so the interior is not weird. And I always sneak like these little like fake interior wall things in these so that way it's not blocking anything. It also looks like it's natural. Well, since we happen to be using blue on half this stuff, I think the blue might actually complement the walls a little bit. Let's use a navy blue. That way it fits in with the restaurant. Let's go ahead and wrap this around this part of the building. A little bit of modern architecture didn't hurt anyone. Now, here's a good question. Can I make this glass? Oh, I really want to make it glass. That would have been so cool. It would have been so great. So far, so good. We still got a few more things we gotta do to make sure this place looks good, but right now, it's coming together. All right, let's get some columns on here so we can help make this place look a little better. Okay, I wonder if there's like a tall fence, like a, ooh. Oh, it's not the right color. Well, since we're going for this industrial theme, I think the best idea would just be to use that. Now, where are those special fairy lights? Okay, so we got some lights that we can work with. I specifically want to use the fairy lights from the toddler stuff pack. 'Cause I feel like that's going to give us the kind of design that we need with this. You know, I love this complementing the blue idea. So let's keep doing that. And the best part is the one pole is hidden. So I can easily do this with the lights and I won't have to worry about it looking weird. And here's a good question. Can I sneak these in here? Let me turn around the other way, because if I can, I'm going to bust it into the wall. Now, I do want to stick a couple of these like heaters outside, because I never use this object. And this seems like the time you would use it. Like, this seems like the time you would have it, because your Sims are going to be outside, they're going to be eating, they're going to need to be warm. Let it be known, this restaurant is not intended to be eaten at during the summer. Well, it is, but you're not supposed to eat outside. Let's find a color that works. Yay, there we go, color that works. There's some heaters, some umbrellas to keep you shaded from the sun. There's a bush that I don't typically use that I can use in this. I believe it came with perfect patio. Let me check. And the best part is there's a double wide version and then there's a singular version. So it makes it super easy to squeeze into those spaces that you would like to use some bushes in. There, add some basic decor. I've never used this pack, so ironically, this works very well for this. What kind of other stuff do we have from this pack? Because this might actually be a good pack to use for the outdoor area. Giant chess pieces that illuminate. Ooh, these would be great for the tables, like little candles. Let's go ahead and roll out a nice outdoor rug. Let's color it a little differently, because the blue is great and all, but we need to not blend into the floor, blend into with the rest of the furniture. There we go. That's looking pretty nice. I love the little outdoor spot. I think that's so far my favorite spot in the restaurant. Hope my Sims can get like a table out there when they can. Now comes the hard part, getting this place decorated so it looks like a German restaurant. Now there is something that I know, something that we don't have that I know I can access. See how that looks? Like, see how it adds like a good detail to a restaurant? There we go. Some nice hanging plants just to make sure everybody's feeling a little nature. There we go. We're gonna add some like twinkle light bushes that came with a free event. Because, I mean, look at these things. They're like perfect. They add like that little extra light that you need for the little area. Gotta make sure to add in a couple of trees just so it doesn't feel out of place. When it comes to these trees, wildflowers are always the best part, are always the best way to help make them feel more fit when it comes to the design. Now out back, since there wouldn't be like as much lawn care, there'd probably be some overgrown weeds, some lavender growing out the back of the building. Like, this is the kind of place where there would be a lot of like kind of random plants growing, because again, it's not up front. People aren't really going to see this, so I don't think the cleaning crew sees a reason to like trim it back. They see a reason to do it in the front though, because you know that's what people see when they walk by. Yeah, pretty simple. Some basic decorations help make it look a little better. Good news, a lot of this stuff's already going to be covered up by plants anyway, so it's going to really help put this together. All right, there we go. I will design the menu and all that off camera, but there you guys go. A nice little quaint bistro for your family. And I will upload this to the gallery too, so you guys can have it. And there you go. So I think we'll leave that here. So thank you guys for watching. It was really cool getting to build a restaurant for the first time. Well, we did build one before, but this was like an actual restaurant rather than something themed. And I'm really happy with it. It's a very nice place, and I think it turned out very well. Especially with having to deal with such a weird shape, it eventually worked out. So please like this video, some more videos here, and subscribe to my channel if you are new. I do all kinds of content, including builds, reviews, gameplay, and news. You can find all this on my gallery. The name is down below. It's just garrcall, all lowercase. But also down below, you can find my other channel, Garwolf, where I post main channel content and other games, and stream. Now, for streaming on this channel, we officially changed it. It's going to be happening Thursdays at 7 p.m. That way, anyone who is not busy can catch it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!